Okay, so hi everyone and good evening. We'll start the session now. In today's session, we are going to discuss a lot of things. We will discuss about data industry, what is there, what are the changes that has been made. We will talk about the job roles. So what a data analyst will do, what a business analyst will do, what a data scientist will do. Right. Most of you might be looking for some kind of upskill, some kind of career switch. It could be a business analyst, financial analyst, data scientist, right? So there are multiple options. What is better for you? I will cover the skill sets required. If you need to learn coding, I will cover each and everything. Right. So before that, I want you to understand some basics about the industry. Right. Whenever I say data field as an industry, there are job roles in the industry. I am not only talking about data analyst and data scientist. You don't need the data word in the job role to understand that data is being used. Right. Like a business analyst could be working with data. A risk analyst could be working, financial analyst, marketing analyst. These people, irrespective of their domain, right, might be working with data. Now there are tool-based job roles also. Like a data analyst can learn Power BI, but someone could be working specifically into Power BI with job role as Power BI developer or Tableau developer, right? A data scientist can do ML, machine learning, right? But there are multiple job roles, like you can also go for ML engineer, right? A business analyst can go for business intelligence, right? So there are different job roles within the field. I want you to understand that you can go for multiple things depending on your skill set. It is not only data analyst or data scientist, but when you acquire the skill set, it is useful in multiple streams and you can make something in the same, right? Now, it does not mean that all of them are same, right? Because there are different job roles. I will explain you business analyst, data analyst, and data scientist, what they are, what is the job role, what do you need to learn? Do you need to learn coding, programming, maths? I will explain that. But before that, let us get an overview about the industry, right? Business analyst, financial analyst, what is best, we will understand. And there is no best, like it depends completely on your profile, your interest, right? But why to consider such a job role, right? Why not continue with the operations or sales or just start with digital marketing, right? Because of the growth in the sector, there are opportunities in the sector, and that is why a lot of people are upskilling in these kind of job roles, right? So I want you to understand why there is a demand, what is creating the demand for such job roles, so you understand, okay, this is something that is happening in front of you, and that is why people are going for these kind of things. Right. So over the past few decades or so, almost every single multinational or even startups, any mid-scale you will see nowadays, have been reliant on big data and data analytics to drive their companies. Right. So data analytics is a keyword, but around this data analytics, there are different job roles. Business analyst, data scientist, machine learning engineer, AI engineer, financial analyst, all of them are part of the data analysis industry. There could be some people with AI, could be some people with domain expertise, but data analytics itself is the thing that grows into this, right? Do all of you people understand Hindi? Do you want me to do English in the mix, or you want me to go completely English? If anyone here does not understand any Hindi, you can let me know.
You can go with Hindi and English both.
Okay, but I will make sure that all of you are understanding. So anyone here who does not understand Hindi at all, जिसको हिंदी बिल्कुल
Yes, I'm here. I don't understand Hindi much.
Okay. Okay. In that case, I will go with English. And those who have any doubt or any question, they can ask Hindi. But for the sake of the fact that everyone should understand, right, I will go with English, right? So as I was talking about data analytics, if you want to understand how it is impacting all the sectors, let us go back to the 10 to 15 years time when people were not going for data analytics or data science, right? It was not a thing back then, because when internet started, you and me started using Google to search, Facebook to make friends, right? I hope you are at least from that generation, you remember Google and Facebook back then, right? But internet access was not that common. Lately what has happened in last 5 to 10 years, that all of the things we can do online, right? You can shop anything, you can buy electronics, you can buy clothing, you can buy food, you can buy groceries, you can listen to songs online, you can order, as I've already mentioned, financial services are online, you can invest online, you can make a transaction online, you can take a loan online, right? You can book a ticket online, book a train ticket, book a rail ticket, book a movie ticket. Now all these streams that I'm telling you, these were not part of the IT system. Now they are, and because they're in a competitive environment, they need data. Let me give you an example. right? So when we talk about Amazon, for example, right? I'm taking e-commerce. You can let me know if you want to me to take any particular industry, how it has been affected. I will take that example also. But here, if I take a e-commerce giant, Amazon, right? Now let us take example of me purchasing a television, right? Purchasing a television. Now purchasing a television from Amazon is really simple. You can just go, order, they will deliver. But if you go back 10 to 15 years ago, if you are in 2010, 2012, 2013, how will you buy a television? Because you cannot order from Amazon, Flipkart, they do not exist in 2010, right? So how are you going to deal with the same? There is a very simple answer to this. Anyone can just tell me. If you can't buy a TV online, what do you do?
Go to nearby shops or
Go to a store, right? So you can go to a store, showroom, and just buy the TV. That's how we used to do it. Like just 10 years ago, everyone would be doing it. Now a lot of people would prefer ordering that online, right? So how this has impacted data, I will tell you. See, when you go to a store and you buy anything, you buy TV, they give you a bill. Maybe they will give you a warranty card. 99% chances in 2010 you are doing a cash transaction, UPI is not there. Credit card, debit card are a very rare thing in 2010. Maybe in Mumbai or Delhi you can have one, in Bangalore you can have one, but not very common, right? So transaction in cash, offline transaction, you may get a bill, but a lot of data is not recorded or generated, right? When we do the same thing now on Amazon, what is happening? There are data generation at different levels that Amazon will use. What levels? First of all, the customer level data. You, your email ID, your phone number, how many times have you ordered anything, all of the details are there with them. How much amount you have spent, what payment method you are using, it is card, it is UPI, it is cash, it is pay later. Each of your data is there with Amazon, and Amazon has a lot of customers, so they have a very big database of customers and what they are buying. Then it comes to products. What you are buying is a TV. Now Amazon will have product level details. How many people have bought this TV? What is the average rating? How many TV they have sold? What brands are the top selling in TV? Right? How much profit margin they are getting? That is also there. Warehouse level insights. Now this whole ecosystem is created within a e-commerce platform, and now they require people to do the data analysis, to do the business analysis, to do machine learning and AI. There are multiple level of users. You want data analysis to understand what you are selling, where you are selling, right? Non-negotiable, you need to know. Business analyst to take actions on those. How we can increase this, how we can maintain the process. You know, you need AI ML because your search algorithm, your algorithm to give suggestions is based on machine learning. That is how I have taken the example of Amazon. Now Amazon is a very big company, all of us know, and they have a lot of people. But if you take e-commerce as a domain, you can find at least 100 such companies that are operating, right? Amazon, Flipkart, Meesho, Mintra are one of the biggest ones. But there are e-commerce sites for food, for quick delivery. There are e-commerce site for furniture, different e-commerce sites, different e-commerce platform for buying fashion, different if you want to buy custom bag covers, you will see there are a lot of e-commerce platform. You want to buy online courses, there are a lot of platforms, right? So all these platforms now require data people, which was not the case back in 2010. Someone in the chat is written healthcare sector, right? Healthcare sector has also transformed. One part of healthcare is e-commerce, like netmeds, Practo, this 1mg, who is delivering the medicines, collecting the data about what they are selling is required for sales, but that also gives health level insights for the people who want to make vaccines or who want to if you want to start a hospital or a clinic. That gives a lot of data insights. I'll give you an example. So if you have the data that this city, these people are buying a lot of iron deficient medicines, if they are buying these things, you know that you can either sell food here which is good with iron. You can make a clinic to do make awareness among people, right? When you're creating a vaccine or something, you get a lot of data you have to analyze and you have to understand. So healthcare sector is highly impacted by data insights. Large hospital chains, large pharmacies chains, even Apollo, right? They collect all the data. Even if you're buying from an offline store, they are collecting data because they have the machine where they input and they give you a bill which is connected to the computer itself, right? So these are some of the examples. Anyone want to ask anything? I can see someone has unmuted. Okay, I'll move forward and now we will discuss about how and what we are offering you, right? So I hope you understood this part here, how this has changed, how a lot of industries are impacted now and people within the industries are working with data. Any doubt in this part that I've covered here? Okay, so I just want you to understand, if you want to take your own sector or any sector that interests you, hospitality, finance, fintech, anything, just compare it to what it was 15 years ago, and you will understand why there is a business analyst or a data analyst or a data scientist in this industry that was not there 15 years ago. Okay. And now we'll move forward with the programs, right? So there is a data science and Gen AI program that is focusing on data scientist. There's a data analytics program focusing on data analyst. There's a business analytics program focusing on business analyst, financial analytics for people who want to work with data but within the finance domain. And there is a business analytics plus CBAP program where CBAP is an additional certification we provide. Not we provide training for CBAP, but it is provided by IIBA where you have to give the exam to get yourself certified. So I will cover some details about IIBA and CBAP, how it is done. But before that, we'll understand the job roles and the roadmap. Okay. So if there are no doubts still here, I'll tell you what we are going to do moving forward. First of all, we'll understand the job role, what a data analyst is going to do, what a business analyst is going to do, what a data scientist is going to do. Here, I will explain you what kind of task you are performing rather than telling you that you are going to work with Excel, Power BI, Python, machine learning. No, I will explain you what is the goal of a data analyst in a company or a business analyst or a data scientist. Then we will move forward to the roadmap where we will cover what we are going to cover, like Excel or SQL or Python, how much we are going to cover, how important it is. I will cover each and everything. So first the job role, then the roadmap. Okay. And I will start with the job role of a data analyst. And I will take another example. I will again go with e-commerce. If you want me to take anything else, let me know. But if I take Mintra, for example, right, you're assuming you are working as a data analyst in Mintra. Right. So these are the things that you might be going through. We'll discuss them one by one. So first is to define a problem or a business need. Right. This is that you will work with people and you will define a problem and you have to understand the problem. Like, let us say Mintra has everything with them. They are selling a lot of things. I hope all of you here know Mintra. अगर किसी को Mintra नहीं पता, if any one of you does not know Mintra, it is a online e-commerce platform to sell fashion products. Right. It is owned by Flipkart currently. So if you were to analyze sales of shoes in 2024, right now, this is the problem that you have defined. Right. It is not that I am a data analyst, I analyze data for Mintra. There has to be a problem statement that you are working on. Maybe next month they will give you another thing. Now we want you to analyze product level details, right? Or customer level details. But for now, this is a problem or a business need, right? You get this point that there has to be a defined problem. Now, around this problem, there are basically 5 steps that you have to follow. Identify and source the data. So data is there in the database, you have to identify and source it. Like, filter and download it from the database or connect it to your tool that you are working with. Like Mintra has a lot of data, right? What data Mintra have? Products, customers, employees, delivery partners, or whatever is there, right? Employees, their warehouses, financial data is there, but you don't need everything. You have a problem to work with. Problem क्या है यहाँ पे? What is the problem here? Analyzing sales of shoes in 2024. So you will download the data that you need to work with. Maybe the sales data for shoes in a calendar year 2024. So you will use a SQL, you will filter out the data and you will start working. Now, after you get the data, second step is to clean and prepare the data for analysis. Right. I have the data with me. I have to clean and prepare it. What is cleaning and preparing? There could be null values. There could be wrong values. Like age, someone has written -27, 323. Not possible, right? Then there could be different date format, different currency values. Somewhere it is written in rupees, somewhere it is written in dollars, right? There could be n number of problems with the data, right? Maybe the shoe size column has a lot of things missing. The return data is missing from the table. So that is something you have to deal with, right? There are ways to deal with it. You will ask the data team for the missing data. You will try to make up for it by using average values or anything, but you have to prepare the data for the analysis. Then you have to analyze the data for patterns and trends. Now tell me, what kind of analysis can you do with this kind of problem statement? Whatever is in your mind, let me know. I will not judge you. Anything that comes to your mind, it is a very simple statement. There is a good chance that you would be right. So if you have to analyze shoes of 2024, what kind of patterns and trends are you looking for? Anyone, anything?
Segmenting the data into the category or something like that.
We can see monthly sales. We can see what brands we are selling the most. What is the most common shoe size among men, among women, right? So we can target them specifically. If we know that most of the male have a 8 and a 9, so we will have more of them in stock, right? We can see brand wise breakup. We can see the profit margin that we are receiving on brands and how much of them we are selling, in which cities we are selling the most kind of shoes, right? So we can target audience. If we know that this brand is making the most sales, we can maybe get a deal with them to cut some margin or something like that. So analyzing for patterns and trends, it could be anything. You get the data, you try to analyze the trends. What is the trend? Is the sales going up or sales going down?
पैटर्न्स एंड ट्रेंड्स लाइक दैट कि आप 2024 में किस किस्म की शूज जो हैं वो ज्यादा बिक रहे थे, हाई हील, लो हील, लेदर, स्पोर्ट्स और एनी अदर काइंड ऑफ विच थिंग्स वर ट्रेंडिंग, किन की सेल ज्यादा थी, किस ब्रांड की सेल ज्यादा थी, किस टाइप के शूज की रिक्वायरमेंट ज्यादा थी, किस साइज की रिक्वायरमेंट ज्यादा थी, किस साइज से मतलब वी कैन एनालाइज कि किस एज ग्रुप के लोग ज्यादा सेल खरीदारी कर रहे थे। मेरे हिसाब से चीजें ऐसी हैं।
Yes, completely right. And with this data, we can do a lot. Like, अगर आपको पता है कि if you know that your age group of people is 15 to 25, young people are buying. So if you want to create an ad campaign, if you want to hire models to wear the shoes, you will hire people who are popular among them. You will not hire a old hero for a 15-year-old. But if you know that, okay, a lot of audience for these kind of shoes are in 40, 45 years of age, hiking shoes or anything. So then you will maybe hire a Govinda or someone that would be nostalgic to them, right? So you create marketing strategies for Gen Z differently, for boomers differently, for the middle generation differently, right? That these all kind of things are being served by data, right? So you will analyze data for patterns and trends, right? And this analysis that you will do, you will visualize the data, like you will create a pie chart to show segmentation. If you want to show monthly sales, you will create a bar graph, January, February, March, and so on, right? So this is your visualization of data so that others can understand your analysis. Like if you watch any election day coverage or a cricket match, they show you charts and graph, right? If you watch a cricket match and let us say we are chasing, they show a line graph like Australia and India at this point is here and we have 10 overs left, right? So this visualization helps us understand without getting into the numbers, and that is what you have to do. And lastly, giving a presentation about your analysis. What was the data about? What are your findings? What are the flags that you want them to notice? If there is a problem, if there is achievement, what is something wrong with the data? What is something that you have noticed can help the business is what you have to present, right? So basically identify the data, what you want, clean and prepare it for analysis, analyze it, create visuals and present it to the, it could be presenting to the client, to a business analyst, to the manager, to the boss. It could be anyone that is hierarchically above your category. It could also be like presenting it to the data team, right? So I hope this job role is clear to you, not very complicated, mostly straightforward roles if you see. Any questions or any doubt in this? Okay,
No,
great.
sir.
Now let us move forward with business analyst. Now, business analyst is a little bit more comprehensive. It can include multiple things, right? It can definitely include data analysis. So conducting data analysis, creating reports, recommendations from the data is part of a business analyst. You should be able to analyze the data and also give recommendations. And business analysts, we want them to know more about the business. Like a data analyst can tell me, uh, March we have highest sales and then it goes down and then it goes up, right? But a business analyst should be able to give insights, right? What kind of insights? uh, if the sales are going up in March, what are the reasons? How we can make sure that it is, not going down again? Is it possible? Is there a festive season coming? How we can use? So it is not only about data analysis, but how you can use the data. Some insights are expected from a business analyst, right? Some strategy based on data. Secondly, a business analyst a lot of times is involved in process management. Now, this is something a little bit different from data itself. I will tell you what is process management, right? Whenever you are working in any kind of project, there is a business process that they are following, right? So gathering and documenting business requirements, working with stakeholders, software development lifecycle you have to manage. And what is this? If you don't know, don't worry, I will explain in simpler terms. You can assume any development project, any data dashboard creation project, even non-IT projects, right? There is always a process to be followed. Like, let us assume I want to make a app. What do I want to make? I want to make a app so that people can book online buses, right? Let us say I'm chief minister of a state or road and transport minister, and we have a state bus service, right? It could be like MSRTC or DTC or anything like that, and we want to create an app so people can book the tickets online. So I will go to a software company and I will ask them to create the app. Now it is not that I am going to the developer of the company, right? I will not contact the programmer that create a app for me. I will contact the company. So how things move forward in an organization who is working with development or consulting or these kind of things, that there would be a business analyst who will document the requirements that you have. This means that they will create a complete documentation of what do you need. Do what budget do you have? Do you need a website or an Android app or a iOS app also? Do you want live bus tracking? Do you want OTP verification? Do you want payment options? It could be a number of things, right? In a bus booking system, what things can you want? All those things. Do you want a local language support, right? English, Hindi, Punjabi? Then they will come up with a strategy that we can do this in this much amount of time. You will ask your technical team what all features we can deliver, XYZ. And this complete process where your client will give you requirement, you will pass it on to the tech team, they will give it, then testing and everything, you will then give some output to the client. This is the complete process management that a business analyst has to do. So you have to handle the bridge between tech team and the stakeholder. Don't worry when I talk about software development lifecycle. You don't have to do software development. Coding is not something you have to do. The tech team, the IT team will do it. Anyways, you are part of the IT team, but you are not part of the programming team or development team, right? So dev team, testing team will do their job. What you have to do is to tell them exactly what we want, a high level overview, and then what they tell you, you have to give it back to the client and give the feedback. Any questions, any doubt in the business analyst job role? Okay. So I'll move forward with data scientist and then we'll discuss roadmap, that what you need to learn. Do you need to learn programming and everything? A data scientist is on top of a data analyst. He is not into process management, but is shifting into AI ML. So a data scientist can analyze the data, but the magic is that using machine learning, they can make predictions which the other two cannot do. So how this works, if you have a lot of data and give me any domain, any industry example that you want to take, but let me take, sir, I've completed B Pharma. I will take this question, Hardik. Don't worry. I will take these questions at the end also. But if you have asked, I'll just tell you. You have completed B Pharmacy, PGDM. You are in marketing of which course? See, if you are doing a PGDM in marketing and operations, I think business analyst will benefit you the most because a lot of the content you will understand very briefly, very good, and tools like Power BI and Excel you will be using even if you go into marketing and operations. If you are at a higher management or if you are working with people, you would be using Excel for sure, right? So I would say business analyst. But if you, I mean, I hope that at this point, yeah, you don't have any coding knowledge, you don't need any coding knowledge, right? So I'll cover that part ki coding किस में है क्या है. Don't worry, I'll do it, right? Now for data scientists, let me take an example of fraud transactions, right? A lot of the times there is a fraud transaction in a bank. Credit card, someone is doing a transaction without my permission, or sometimes the bank can actually create an algorithm to understand if a transaction is fraud or not and stop the transaction from happening. Now, how this works? What a data analyst will do, if I give him a data about transactions that happened and transactions that were fraud, he will analyze what people are doing the fraud transaction, what apps are being used, is it Paytm, is it GPay, is it PhonePe. He will see what bank accounts are doing fraud transaction, what cities, what states are involved, and everything. He can analyze the data and give me a detail, right? But a data scientist can use this data to create an algorithm that will understand the patterns and will stop the transaction before it happens, right? So this is the magic of machine learning. It can predict something. Now it is not 100% accurate, but it is accurate up to a level that you can deploy it into real world. One more example I will give you is that I hope all of you know what is spam filter in your email. Some of your emails are automatically going into spam, correct? Right. So this thing, that's emails are going into spam, is happening using machine learning, where Google have created a model with a lot of emails, and now they know, the model has seen a lot of emails to understand, okay, this is a spam, this is a genuine email. Sometimes it can make a mistake, but most of the time it is doing it correctly. So this is the data scientist job role, to create such models, learn how machine can learn patterns from these models, right? And you are working with team in data science, ML engineers, data analysts, data engineers to help create such kind of machine learning models. Any question, any doubt in data scientist job role? Okay, great. Now let me move forward with the roadmap. So roadmap to data analyst, we are going to cover Excel. Okay, sorry, we are going to start with requirement analysis. This is the basic introduction to requirement gathering, how to get requirements from the client or stakeholder with assignment, right? Then we go with Excel, which is the complete data analyst tool, the first tool that you will learn, and we'll learn from scratch. So if you are new to Excel, don't worry, you're going to learn each and everything in Excel. You will learn pivot table, formulas, dashboard, VLOOKUP, everything that you need to know, conditional formatting, right? After Excel, we'll move with SQL. SQL is used to connect with databases, download something, filter the data, update something, delete something in the database, and will help you understand what is a database, what is a data warehouse, database management system, what is a query language, right? SQL is a structured query language. It is not coding. You have to write some commands, but again, it is not programming language. So we learn SQL from scratch, right, in detail. We will learn Power BI, that is, I would suggest, as one of the most important tools in the data analyst curriculum. It is used to create dashboards for visualization of data, but it is a very powerful tool. You can do a lot of data modeling, data cleaning in the same. Tableau is used similarly as we use Power BI. It is a software by Salesforce. Power BI is a software by Microsoft. And Tableau is additionally taught to you. You can only learn Power BI and you would be good to go. But if you want to apply in more job roles, because some job roles might require Tableau that do not require Power BI, they would require one of them, and you can learn both if you want to. Then we will do ChatGPT, where we'll understand how exactly you can use ChatGPT in Excel, SQL, Power BI, and Python, these kind of important modules, how you can use data analysis with generative AI. So here we want you to understand that this thing can help you do projects faster, learn things faster, and implement things faster, right? So if you are doing a project in 3, 4, 5 hours, you might be able to do the same in 1 hour if you know how to correctly use it, because sometimes you can get confused, right? So we'll help you to understand how this can effectively help you grow into your job role. Azure fundamentals is basics of cloud computing that we would be teaching you. Then Azure is a cloud platform by Microsoft. GitHub is where you can upload your projects, create a profile, create a virtual portfolio, that is covered. Statistics, where you will learn about stats and numbers, mean, median, mode, again from scratch. Hardik, just give me 5 minutes. I'll complete this roadmap and I'll take your question. Right? Don't worry, I'll take all the questions. It's not an issue. Python is there, which is a programming language. We'll start from scratch and we will learn all the important concepts along with the libraries, which are very important in Python. Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn. Then machine learning fundamentals, basics of machine learning would be taught in depth to be covered in data science. But as a data analyst, we'll just give you a basic introduction, what is machine learning and all. You don't need to learn machine learning for a data analyst job role as of now. Projects and assignment would be given. So you will get multiple projects in all of the major modules along with additional assignments to practice. You will get a data analyst certification. You will get additional module wise certification like certificate in Excel, SQL, Power BI, Python, Cloud. You will get one-to-one mock interview opportunities where you can attend the mock interviews. You will get a score and feedback to improve. And upon clearing the mock interview, go into the placement assistance portal where you get all the placement assistance that you need from our end. Right? We help you to get job offers. We help you if you get shortlisted in any of those offers. You want some help in any technical question. You want interview questions or interview practice. We help you in the same also. And resume and LinkedIn optimization is a separate session that is covered, which help you to understand how to build a ATS friendly resume, how to present yourself on LinkedIn, how to create a profile, how what to write, what not to share, right? Keywords in your resume, how to mention them. If you have a year gap, if you have a career gap of some multiple years, how to come up with that in your resume. So all these kind of things are covered in the resume and LinkedIn optimization session by a career counselor. So this is the complete data analyst roadmap. Any questions, any doubts in this?
सर ये गिटहब क्या है सर? इसके बाद मतलब ये काफी फेमस चल रहा है अभी, हमारे प्रोफेसर से बता रहे थे, बट ये समझ नहीं पाया कि गिटहब है क्या.
See GitHub, I already have a slide on GitHub, but let me show you actually how and why GitHub is used. You can see my screen, right?
Yes sir.
Okay. Right. So this is my GitHub profile. So what it is used for, like I have a GitHub profile, see GitHub Sauravada, like you have a LinkedIn profile, right? So I have my image, I have my bio, what tools I know, SQL, Power BI, and everything I've written. And then you can see my projects, right? ML image classification, neural network, everything. So this is how it is used. You can create a profile on GitHub, then you can share the link in your resume, in your LinkedIn, and people can visit and they can see. Like if someone visit my profile, they will know that, okay, I can work in data science, I know this and I know that, right? So that is how GitHub is used. There is another use of GitHub that programmers use it when they are working in a team, and you can use it as version control. That is why it was made for. But as a data analyst, business analyst, you don't need to know that. Just the basic idea to create a portfolio, upload your projects is what you need to know. Right. So that is how it helps you to, for people to search you. Let us say you have done projects, right? And I want to see your projects. I will, you will send me your resume. I'm interested in your profile. I will send you an email to see your work. Then you will share the work. I will download. Instead, I can just open your resume. I will see the GitHub link. I can visit and I can see, okay, you have created these projects. Right. So that is how GitHub helps you. Clear?
Okay sir.
Oh, so I'll move forward with business analyst now. And business analyst, I've told you that you can also be working with data very frequently, very often. So Excel, SQL, Power BI, these tools are important. You will learn all of them. Here Python is covered and it is covered completely, that we are also covering for data analyst. We will cover all the basics, all the libraries, but purely from a business analyst point of view, Python is not part of a BA job role. So it is kept optional. If you want to learn Python, then you can learn Python. You will get all the live classes and projects. But if you want to skip Python, it is up to you. You can also skip. Right. Personally, I would suggest to go through a few lectures. If you find it interesting, it can help you. If you don't find it interesting, you can leave Python. For business analyst. It is not required. Then we have business process, Jira and SDLC. Right now, these are some important concepts, especially business process is a single module, but it takes good time. It is the largest module in BA program, right? And this will cover the process management part, requirement gathering, life cycle, wireframing, confluence, right? A lot of concepts in business. Then we'll be covering SDLC and Jira. So SDLC again is software development lifecycle, like requirement gathering from the client, development, creating a website and everything, then testing it. So for testing, then user testing, feedback, update and everything, right? So this whole life cycle is managed by the business analyst, and they should know what is agile, what is scrum, what is kanban. These are different life cycles. Scrum and kanban are part of agile only, right? There is waterfall. So all this would be taught to you, and to implement this, you will have to know Jira. So Jira is a tool that would be taught to you, and how you can create Scrum board and how you can manage agile lifecycle on Jira would be taught. Then business case studies for you to understand, gets hands-on practice. You will get case studies to solve, case studies to observe also. Then projects and assignment for all the major modules, as I've already told you. certification for all the major modules. You will get a business analyst and a data analyst certificate also if you are going for BA. So business analyst by default will cover all the data analyst tools, and you will also get a data analyst certification. You will get mock interview opportunities, placement assistance, and resume and LinkedIn optimization as there. Any questions or any doubt in this? Okay. Now let us talk about data scientist. So a data scientist will learn the tools, but here Python is very important. So you cannot skip Python as a data scientist. It would be taught to you from scratch, but we will use Python in machine learning, deep learning, NLP, generative AI, everything. So Python is required. We will teach you Python, but you cannot skip Python lectures. Then some mathematical concepts are there, which were not there in data analyst or business analyst, like vector algebra, some linear algebra, chain rule, based theorem. If you don't know them, it's completely fine. We'll teach all of them to you. And maths is not that you have to solve mathematics, integration and all, but you should know the concepts. Calculation, everything is done in Python. Right? You don't have to do any calculation like this. Everything is done in Python. Even most complex formulas, you can just use a library and do the calculation. Then machine learning, deep learning, we'll learn all the important algorithms that are in the market. You need to know them. NLP is a specialization, natural language processing, like where a machine can understand a natural language. Any one of you have any idea what is a natural language? Okay, I will explain you. Natural language is how you and me communicate. Right? We are not robots. We talk in English, Hindi, our regional languages. It could be Marathi, it could be Tamil, it could be Odia, it could be French, it could be Arabic, right? Now, all these languages have a set of rules to be followed, but we talk sometimes in mixed languages. We are not always grammatically correct. We shout, we make jokes, right? For computer to understand, we use these NLP techniques. We process the natural language, then we use deep learning to create algorithms. You might not understand any of this, but I will give you some examples. See, any one of you here have used Grammarly, right? Grammarly can help you to write, help you to find spelling mistakes, right? Then ChatGPT is a really good example. It can understand what you are saying. It can understand poetry. It can write emails, right? Your Google Translate, it can understand a sentence and translate into another language, right? So these are the NLP related machine learning projects. It is not always numbers, but machine can now also understand human languages. Then generative AI is one step ahead of NLP, where now it can not only understand what you are saying, but generate output, like write an email for you, write code for you, generate a video, generate a image also. So how these things work, what are the concepts behind that, how you can use them, you can create a app, mini app, right, where you can use a inbuilt model and you can how deploy something that would be taught in Gen AI. And time series modeling is data changing with respect to time. So your GDP growth, your population, your traffic, it is changing with respect to time. Stock price is changing. So this, to understand how it will go up or down in the coming time, is being done using time series. And TensorFlow is a library covered already in deep learning in Python, but we need to know TensorFlow in a very good manner for data science. It is a really good game changer in today's market. It is a very hot skill to have, right? That is a complete data science roadmap. You will also get projects and assignments, certification in all the major modules, and data scientist student will also get a data analyst certificate. Any question, any doubt in this? Okay. Now I will move forward with, okay, I think there is someone in the chat who will teach all data science and Gen AI. So see, there are different modules. Excel might be taken by another trainer, SQL Power BI with another, maybe someone, okay, maybe someone will take ML and NLP. So there are different teachers, different faculties, trainers assigned for different modules. As for me, I take machine learning, deep learning, and NLP. I also take not Excel. I take doubts in Excel, but for classes, I take SQL, I take Power BI and Python also here in CoachX as a trainer. So moving forward, I'll cover financial analytics, and financial analytics is learning all the data tools, Excel, SQL, Power BI combined with the finance domain knowledge. So we would be covering industry overview of finance. And we will be covering an in-depth module for finance also in the end, where we'll talk about all the financial topics you need to know. For a financial analyst, this would be 20 plus hours of content live, and you would be getting insights about finance, the subcategories like insurance, personal investment, investment banking, right? Then you will also understand what is inside this, like insurance, what is their regulatory bodies like IRDAI, what is general insurance, what is life insurance. You will understand financial institutions, banks, NBFCs, how they're different, term deposit, saving deposit, right? All these kind of things, equity and stock. So all the things that you need to know from finance perspective would be taught. And machine learning for finance is a separate module where we'll try to understand some machine learning concepts that are implemented in finance to do prediction. Any question, any doubt in this?
नो
Yes, Pawan.
सर, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है।
Yes.
सर, मेरे पास लैपटॉप नहीं, क्या मैं कोर्स कर सकता हूँ?
एक्चुअली एक लैपटॉप तो आपको चाहिए, बिकॉज ये एक्सेल, एसक्यूएल, पावर बीआई रन करने के लिए यू नीड अ लैपटॉप।
सर, मैंने आज नेहा मैम से बात की थी।
हाँ,
तो उन्होंने बोला था सर के साथ बोल के देखना, अगर मैं हैंडीकैप हूँ सर,
ओके।
अगर एक लैपटॉप अगर कोर्स के लिए आप अवेलेबल करके देंगे तो कुछ हो सकता है क्या?
सी, यू आर गोइंग फॉर ऑनलाइन और ऑनलाइन के जा रहे हो ना आप?
ऑनलाइन के लिए, हाँ,
सी
ऑफलाइन नहीं हो सकता,
ऑनलाइन,
मैं घर आ नहीं
see
सकता।
it is very difficult for us to provide because the constraints might not allow us, right? I like
मतलब
that's also not in my hand because I'm a trainer here at CoachX, but I'm like mostly chances are there that it won't be possible.
अगर हो सकता है तो सर देखना, मैं ना चल नहीं सकता हूँ।
I completely understand your situation, and I'm really sorry that something like that is a reality. But I can talk with the team, Pawan. I can let you know. I will ask the team to let you know if we have a spare one in our office or if we can provide. But I think that we will have to consider a lot of things. You can drop a email with your issues and with your disability certificate, and we will see if we can work upon that and we can
मतलब
provide
सर
an exception.
थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करके बताइए कैसे, मतलब हिंदी में बोल
आप,
सकते
हाँ हाँ, आप एक मेल ड्रॉप कर देना इफ पॉसिबल। वैसे
इसको?
मुश्किल, एंड में आई विल शो यू ईमेल आईडी, एंड में आपको एक ईमेल आईडी दिखाऊंगा मैं, आप एक मेल ड्रॉप कर देना।
हाँ
एंड
हाँ।
अगर हमारे पास पेयर होगा टीम के पास तो वो शेयर कर सकते हैं, मैं गारंटी नहीं दे सकता होगा या नहीं होगा, बट आप एक
अच्छा अच्छा,
ईमेल ड्रॉप कर सकते हो और आप अपना डिसेबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट ऐड कर देना एज एक्सेप्शन, अगर पॉसिबल होगा तो टीम शायद कंसिडर करे, बट
ये मेरे पास
अगेन।
डिसेबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट है।
हाँ, तो आप वो एक बार ईमेल कर देना, अगर पॉसिबल होगा तो टीम करेगी, बट अगेन आई कैन नॉट गारंटी बिकॉज आई एम अ ट्रेनर, सो मैं एक्सटर्नल एम्प्लॉय हूँ कोचेक्स का। आई कैन
यस
नॉट यू नो प्रॉमिस समथिंग, कोई ऐसी चीज में प्रॉमिस नहीं कर सकता, बट अगर स्पेयर होगा सो आई विल पुट इन अ वर्ड, अगर पॉसिबल होगा तो विल ट्राई टू प्रोवाइड। ओके,
ओके ओके सर।
ओके, थैंक यू। Okay, so moving forward, we'll talk about CBAP. And CBAP is a third party certification. I've told you it is provided by IIBA. What CoachX provide is training for CBAP. Right. So in the CBAP training module, we cover all the topics that are asked in the CBAP examination. It is a MCQ paper. But before that, I'll tell you what IIBA is and CBAP hai kya, if you should consider it or not. So see, IIBA stands for International Institute for Business Analysis. It is a Canadian-based institute which provides these certifications, but they have a policy that you have to crack the exam. You can give the exam and get yourself certified. You cannot enroll into that, right? So they are not providing training, but certification based on your knowledge. Now, who should do this certification? See, this is for business analysis. If you want to go into business analyst role, you want to grow further, then this certification can help you expand, get more salary, get promotions, or if you are applying outside India, then these certifications holds a really good value for business analysis people. Does not require any technical knowledge. Excel, SQL, Power BI, Python is not required, but business concepts, basic data analysis concepts, elicitation, right, requirement gathering, these kind of concept they ask. So we provide training for this examination where we cover all the modules, quizzes and everything, right? And then you can go for the examination and get yourself certified. Now CBAP by default requires 5+ years of experience to appear in the examination and 5+ years of experience as a business analyst. CCBA requires 2 to 3 years of experience, right? So if you have less experience, CCBA is there, and if you're a complete fresher, then you can go for ECBA that requires 0 years of experience or no experience at all. Right. So depending on your experience, you can go for these additional certifications that can help you in the long term. Now moving forward, for a data scientist, the range of packages from 7 to 19 in the industry currently, and you can go for better as you get senior in the industry. Data scientist people can apply for ML engineer, NLP engineer subject to their additional skills. Data analyst is something you can also go for because you're learning all the important tools. Someone is saying, sir, whether you will be helping cracking exam of Excel expert. ECBA से होगा. ECBA, I don't understand, Hardik, this question that you have mentioned. Anish, see, Excel expert का अलग से कोई exam I'm not aware about. Power BI I know there's a PL 300, but no Excel. I'm not sure if there is an Excel expert exam. But we'll cover all the topics in Excel. So anyways, if you're going for an Excel examination or something, that will help you. Okay. Data analyst, the salary range is between 5 to 8. You can go for data analyst, Power BI developer, marketing analyst kind of job roles. So marketing analyst, HR analyst, if you have the domain experience, अगर आप पहले से HR या marketing में काम करते हो, or if you have a degree, then it can help you that along with data analyst, you can target these particular job roles also. As you get senior, you can expand your portfolio in data analyst and become better. Business analyst, the range is 6 to 13. Again, business analyst is a possibility. Business analyst students can also go for data analyst. If you have any kind of domain experience in finance, then financial analyst, HR experience, HR analyst, marketing experience, marketing analyst. Or if you are very good with SDLC and all those process management skill, then project manager, scrum master is also a job role you can opt for. Financial analyst is 5 to 10, and you can go for financial analyst. You can go for a general data analyst job in any financial institution. It could be risk analyst or something similar. So now on to some operational details. Morning and evening batches are there, and you can choose any batch in the weekend that suits your timing and schedule. Monday to Friday, we have daily doubt solving sessions. So if you have any question, any doubt in any topic, it could be Excel, SQL, Power BI, project related doubt, conceptual doubt, or operational doubt, you can join. It is a live session like this one I am having. So it is a live interaction. You can join and ask your questions. This is GitHub. I've already shown you my profile, but you can create your profile, write your bio, upload your projects. If you're doing coding projects, Excel projects, anything, Power BI project, you can upload and people can see them. This is the certification that CoachX will give you. We'll give you 10+ certificates depending on the course that you are going for. All of them will have ISO certifications. This is a genuine product provided, and we are providing you these certificates for all the major modules that would be recognized. Right. There would be LMS access for up to 2 years. You will have the access to complete LMS where when you attend a session, right, there would be a recording of the session provided to you. So if you miss the session by any chance, you can go through LMS recordings. If you want to revise, you can go through LMS recording. You will have access for complete 2 years. And in this, all your projects, data sets, code file would be shared. All your assignments, interview question for PDFs would be uploaded on LMS. So you can just log in and get all of your study material at a single platform. Password and login credentials are shared upon admission. So you will get course completion and certification. You will get mock interview practices. You will get placement opportunities, and you will also get resume building and LinkedIn optimization. These are some of the students recently placed within CoachX, and they come from different backgrounds, but we have tried our best to make sure that they are at par with the industry standards, and that kind of acknowledges my or sums up my complete session for today. But this is not the end. After every session, I take a Q&A round where I tackle all of your questions and I answer them within my best capacity. Before that, just two things. First is the phone number and email ID you can save, and this phone number and email, if you have any doubt, any question after the session you want to ask anytime, you can connect with your admission counselor. If you're not able to reach anyone, you can also drop an email, or you can call this number or drop a text. This is the official number, and team will get back to you as soon as possible. Second is that I'm sharing a feedback form in the chat as team has asked me to do so, and we would be really happy if you can provide your feedback about how you feel about the session so we can understand how it went for you. And lastly, I would take a moment, thank all of you people that you have joined today. You have attended the complete session. And if you have any doubt, any question, then this is the time you can ask your questions. I would be here to answer all of them. So any questions, any?
सर मैंने जो कोर्स पीजीडीएम कर रहा हूँ मार्केटिंग ऑपरेशंस में, तो मेरे लिए बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स का कोर्स ठीक रहेगा ना?
हाँ, बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स ज़्यादा से देखो, अभी आप अगर पीजीडीएम कर रहे हो मार्केटिंग ऑपरेशंस में, तो आई एम अज्यूमिंग कि आपको कोडिंग में ज़्यादा नहीं जाना है, राइट? तो और मैथ्स में भी आपको ज़्यादा डीप में नहीं जाना है, सो डेटा साइंस इज नॉट समथिंग दैट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट. बिजनेस एनालिस्ट विल हेल्प यू along with your management degree, that you can go for business analyst roles, marketing analyst roles, and long term में managerial level roles also. So that knowledge will help you along with your degree to grow.
एंड सर आपने ईसीबीए का सर्टिफिकेशन का क्या बताया था?
सी ईसीबीए का कैसा है कि वो इंस्टीट्यूट बेस्ड सर्टिफिकेशन है, तो अगर आप एनरोल करते हो, राइट, तो यू हैव टू गिव द एग्जाम एंड गेट सर्टिफाइड. तो उन्होंने क्या किया है कि 3 कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड किया. अगर 5 साल से ज़्यादा का एक्सपीरियंस है तो सी बैप, 2 से 3 साल के लिए सीसीबीए, फ्रेशर्स जिनका नहीं है एक्सपीरियंस उनके लिए ईसीबीए, राइट. सो डिफिकल्टी लेवल वेरी करता है उसके अकॉर्डिंगली. सिलेबस सेम है, तो आप सी बैप भी करोगे तो आप ऑटोमेटिकली ईसीबीए कवर कर लोगे.
एंड हेल्पफुल होता है क्या वो सर्टिफिकेशन?
हाँ देखो, हेल्पफुल जो हम लोग बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स कोर्स कराते हैं ना, जो हमारा कोचेक्स का सर्टिफिकेशन है, उसमें पावर बीआई कवर करेंगे, एक्सेल कवर करेंगे, डेट इज की इंडस्ट्री में जो काम हो रहा है उससे सिंक करते हैं, ताकि आप एज अ बिजनेस एनालिस्ट जॉब कर सको, राइट. जो सी बैप सर्टिफिकेशन या ईसीबीए सर्टिफिकेशन आईआईबी का, डेट इज कोर बिजनेस एनालिसिस नॉलेज, राइट. सो उसका क्या यूज केस है आगे जाके, अगर आपको सीनियर लेवल रोल्स में जाना है, आपको स्विच करना है या सिमिलर, अगर आप देखोगे तो सी बैप सर्टिफिकेशन वालों की सैलरी थोड़ी बेटर होती है एज कम्पेयर टू नॉन आईआईबी, राइट. बिकॉज आईआईबी का रेपुटेशन इज इंटरनेशनली वेरी गुड, बट
एंड सर
मोस्टली इन
लास्ट
बिजनेस एनालिसिस वो ऐसे टेक्निकल एक्सेल पाइथन वगैरह नहीं पूछते हैं, बिकॉज उनका फोकस है बिजनेस नॉलेज पर.
एंड सर लास्ट क्वेश्चन.
यस, यू कैन आस्क.
हेलो. तो सर क्लास तो ऑनलाइन चलेगा, तो जैसे मैं तो लैपटॉप से ज्वाइन करूंगा, तो फिर मैं एक्सेल वगैरह जब सीखूंगा तो मतलब कैसे वर्क करेगा दोनों साथ साथ एंड ऑल?
सी होता क्या है कि जैसे आप एक्सेल सीखोगे ना, तो ट्रेनर पहले कुछ थ्योरी बताएगा जो आप देखोगे, फिर ट्रेनर कुछ फॉर्मूला करके दिखाएगा, देन वो टाइम देगा आपको 2 से 5 मिनट कि आप अपने लैपटॉप में ट्राई करो, कोई एरर है तो पूछो, ऐसे इट विल हैपन. आपको कुछ असाइनमेंट देंगे जो आपको खुद से प्रैक्टिस करने होंगे, एंड अगर कोई डाउट होता है तो डाउट सॉल्विंग में या किसी चीज़ में आप अपनी स्क्रीन शेयर करके वो भी पूछ सकते हो कि सर ये मैं फॉर्मूला यूज़ कर रहा हूँ लेकिन मेरे एक्सेल में ये गलत आ रहा है या वैल्यू सही नहीं आ रही.
ओके. एंड सर अगर सिर्फ संडे को मतलब 2.5-3 घंटे की जो क्लास है, उससे हमारा 6 मंथ में कंप्लीट हो जाएगा तो?
सैटरडे संडे दोनों दिन है वो.
अच्छा, सैटरडे एंड संडे दोनों दिन. ओके.
हम्म. Anish is saying I'm a CA dropout and I want to do data analyst and I'm thinking to financial. See, data analyst is good. Financial analyst कर रहे हो ना, तो डेटा वाला ऑलरेडी कवर हो जाएगा, ठीक है. अगर आप बिजनेस एनालिस्ट या फाइनेंशियल एनालिस्ट कर रहे हो तो एक्सेल, एसक्यूएल, पावर बीआई जो डेटा एनालिस्ट में कवर होता है ना, इवन पाइथन पूरा का पूरा एज इट इज कवर होगा फाइनेंशियल एनालिस्ट में भी. सो फाइनेंशियल एनालिस्ट आप कर सकते हो, राइट. और आप उसके बाद जो डेटा एनालिस्ट की रोल्स हैं उसमें भी अप्लाई कर सकते हो, क्योंकि वो ऑलरेडी आपने पढ़ लिया होगा, राइट. एडिशनली फाइनेंशियल एनालिस्ट में ना फाइनेंस रिलेटेड प्रोजेक्ट्स आपको फाइनेंस वाले मिलेंगे, आपको फाइनेंशियल नॉलेज का अलग से पूरा एक मॉड्यूल मिलेगा, वो ऐड ऑन है. बट डेटा का जो एक्सेल, एसक्यूएल, पावर बीआई वो तो कवर होगा ही फाइनेंशियल एनालिस्ट में. सो अगर आपको लग रहा है कि मुझे दोनों में थोड़ा थोड़ा या आप कंफ्यूज हो, तो आप फाइनेंशियल के लिए जा सकते हो, डेटा आपका ऑलरेडी कवर हो जाएगा उसमें. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी एज आई आंसर दिस इन हिंदी एनीश. ओके, एनी अदर वन, एनी क्वेश्चन? What about fees and कब से start होगा? See Hardik, fees is there on the website, but you can get a better price. As far as I know, if you talk with the admission counselor, they will help you out on the same. I am not 100% sure about कि fees और course कब से start होगा. Admission team take care of the same, right? I know the course content, the things in what we are covering, but आप admission counselor को एक बार ping कर दो, they will help you out clearly in this. I am not the right person here to answer this because I'm a trainer here at CoachX. Uh, yes, if you have completed BCom, I think financial analysis is good for your niche. Any other questions, anyone? So if there are no more questions, again a reminder to kindly fill the feedback form if you haven't already. अगर आपने नहीं भरा है तो you can fill, so we can know how you feel about the session. And again, this sums up our session for the day. Thank you everyone for joining today, and a very good night from my end.